Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the new chapter that is natural resources. Now let's talk about natural resources. So what is natural resources? Natural resources are the resources that we get from nature like tree, water, sunlight, soil, climate, air, wind. All these are termed as natural resources. So to understand these natural resources, let us understand what is resources. Human needs can be satisfied partially or completely through resources. So resources means what? Usability, usage means anything that is utilized by a human being. That is what resources is. See, there are thousands of elements in nature, but we cannot call all of them as resources. Why? Because resources are available, but we need to utilize that. When we can call that term, that thing as resources only once a year. Inside your home, you will see varieties of things such as furniture, clothes, television, microwave, utensils, food grains, etc. This list will be too long if we mention all. Why these things are important to us? Each of these has uses that satisfy our needs, that is why they are important. Can we use a general term for all these important things? All these things can be termed as resources. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resources. Or else we can say that anything that are used by human being is also termed as resources. Look around you. Can you identify some more resources? Water you drink, the electricity you use, the textbook you read, the pen you write, the vehicle you go to school, shoes you wear, all are resources. In this way, anything which is used to fulfill the human needs becomes a resources. How a natural resources is a resources? It is resources because of the human activity, their knowledge, their skill and their intelligence. By using their knowledge, what humans do? Humans convert the tree into bed, furniture, table, chair, etc. With the help of water. How human beings are generating electricity with the help of sunlight. How human beings are generating electricity. So all this is possible because of the human effort, because of the human interference into the environment. Now let's talk about the uses of these resources. How we are utilizing these resources. These resources are utilized in the form of food, in the form of raw material, in the form of energy resources. Resource as food. Fruits growing naturally. Various crops are grown through agriculture. Milk and its products. Meat obtained through domestic animals, fish and other aquatic animals. As you can see in this picture, there are vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian food. All these are the part of food chain which are provided by the nature. And we humans are utilizing this for our satisfaction and to fulfill our hunger. So likewise, resources as food. Resources as a source of raw material. What is source? Source means beginning or origin. So what is raw material? Raw material are the base for finishing a product. Like wood chips is converted into paper. Cotton is converted into cloth. Trees are converted into bench, chair, houses, etc. Likewise, many examples are there. So here, wood chips, cotton, trees, all these are the example of natural resources. So we can say that this raw material that helps to complete a product, this raw material we get it from nature. So we are utilizing the nature products like see agro products, wool, hides. Hides means skin and meat available from animals, mineral ores, etc. form the raw material for many industries. So likewise, resources acts as a source of raw material. Third, resources as energy resources. If we talk about energy resources like coal, petroleum, natural gas, solar, wind, tidal, thermal, all these are the examples of energy resources. All these things we get from nature. Humans have the knowledge how to extract them and utilize them to generate electricity. Likewise, natural resources are also used as energy resources. Now, types of resources. Under types of resources, it is classified on the basis of ownership. Second classification talks about on the basis of distribution centers. Third classification, it talks about on the basis of re-availability. Let's discuss this one by one each. Let's start with the first classification, ownership. On the basis of ownership, we can divide our natural resource into individual resource. Individual resource is a resources that are owned by individual or a family. For example, private properties like land, building, estate, etc. Second classification under ownership is national resources. Natural resources are the resources that are owned by government like army, railways, police, defense, transportation system. Everything is owned by a government. Third is global resources. Any resources which is used for the global welfare, that is global well-being, is considered as global resources. Common resources owned by all the nation. For example, WHO, that is World Health Organization, international banks, all these are the example of global resources. Second, resources is classified on the basis of distribution area. Under distribution, it is further classified into universal resources. So what is universal resources? Resources that are present everywhere, like the air we breathe, all the uses of gas, for example oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Second classification under distribution area is generally available resources. It means resources that are easily available like land, soil, water, pasture land, etc. Now, third is rare resources. Resources that are available at limited place. It means resources are not present everywhere like minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, gold, uranium, etc. If we talk about gold, it is only available in Karnataka. Uranium, it is available only in Ladakh. Now, solitary resources. Minerals available only at one or two places in the world. For example, jute. Jute is available only in India and Bangladesh. Last classification of resources is on the basis of re-availability. Renewable resources. Renewable resources are those resources which can be used again and again. It is the resources which can be used repeatedly and replaced naturally. For example, water, oxygen, solar energy, biomass, wind. Next comes non-renewable resources which cannot be used again and again, or else we can say that are those found inside the earth and they took millions of years to form. For example, fossil fuels, oil, coal, natural gas. Conservation of resources. For a comfortable and fast life, we have been using the natural resources recklessly. This has resulted in a major depletion of the resources, deforestation, and soil erosion, and scarcity of minerals, fossil fuels, water, and electricity are just the name of few. It is time to stop and take measures for this situation. Each of us can play a very important role in saving our earth from these destructions. First step is resource conservation. Resource conservation means using the available resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed. This will ensure that the present requirement of resources is met. But what about ensuring the availability of resources for future use? That is, sustainable development is the answer. Sustainable development means balancing our present needs of using resources without compromising the needs of future generation. Here are some basic principles of sustainable development that we can follow to ensure that our future generation can live in the comfort zone. We need to respect and care for all forms of life, including humans, animals, plants, and other organisms. All life forms are dependent on the Earth's natural systems. Therefore, we need to conserve the Earth's ecosystem and biological diversity. Non-renewable resources such as oil, coal, gas, and minerals should be used carefully.